Hello Cozy Grovers, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play series of Town to City. Grove Tender here, hoping you've all had a great week and you're enjoying your Sunday to the fullest. Now I have a straightforward episode for you all this week, in the sense that we're not building or doing anything too flashy, just good old-fashioned landscaping and house plopping. We're going to start off by planting a new woodland area, complete with a picnic spot, forest trails, and even a lakeside relaxation spot to watch our feathered friends. We'll also add in some classic housing for our regular townsfolk, so we can address some employment issues elsewhere in Cosycombe. So, sit back, relax, and get cozy as we dive right in. And welcome back to Cosycombe. Now, today's episode is going to be very chill. I've decided we are going to just build some bog standard worker housing along this final stretch of path back towards the train. And we're doing that for two reasons. Firstly, I want to keep sort of an open feel for some of these farms. I don't want them to become too clustered within buildings. So we're going to do that to start with. And the second reason is we need some workers over here. We are having a bit of trouble between saves and loads where I think what it does is when it loads a game, it throws in all of the workers into the houses and buildings that they work in sequentially. And then it ends up with sometimes you have more than you need and sometimes you don't have enough. We're going to take a quick look at that. And the easiest way to do that is to just pop some more houses in. Just going to very slightly change the audio volume here. But we're going to go straight in, put some new houses in. The other thing I'd like to do actually is some kind of nature reserve area here. We're going to start with that actually. So I'm picturing basically just a forest glade with a sort of circular opening in the middle so people can walk to the opening and then they can walk through the forest. So we're kind of going to have this whole area forested basically. So I'm going to start putting in just some random trees to start with, and it may be that we end up moving these trees to fit paths and such in. I kind of want to leave a small circular opening just there. Then we want to fill the gaps with some load of small trees. See how we look from here. I want to fill that in a little bit here. Some more along the path here as well. And similarly by the river here, with the exception of just here. That's a lot of trees in a short span of time. And straight away, I want to start moving some of these a bit further back to create sort of a circular opening here. Move those back a little bit. This tree over here. And all the way from here, I kind of want to create a little path. We'll move those over as much as we can. And there's almost enough room, just a little. Move this one over a little bit. Yeah. Perfect. And we can start drawing in our... Whoops, didn't want to do that. I accidentally clicked outside of the thing and put a dirt path where I didn't want it. So How do we undo that? Oh, I guess delete the dirt path. Delete the dirt path and then we can hopefully put it back in. There we go. No one will ever know. I have, of course, inadvertently altered the path just here. That's fine, easily fixed with the original path and a small upgrade. Now, we'll try and be a lot more careful this time. That's the size I want, 1.5. We want the path to come in through here and just sneak in through there. It comes into our sort of opening here. And I think we'll have autumn leaves, but we'll also make it into a big dirt road like so we can also place stuff on it. And I actually think this would do nice having a big feature tree. It might not be big enough for a big feature tree. Maybe a smaller. Just a little, I just wanted a little central tree here. There we go. Now the other things this area is going to have is some picnic benches, of course. So we'll have one there, one here, and a third over here. Something else we're going to need is lighting. Now it's a shame we don't have any other lights we could use, although could we do this? Create just a little bit of fencing here and there. Just to give it a small amount of light. See how they look when they turn on. And then we need to finish by having the path come, well, first of all, a lot smaller. Was it 1.5 we used here? No, 1. We have the path come all the way through the woods. And I want it to kind of snake through. We're going to have to move the trees at the end. And then it'll come out here. And it will cross over here. That's pretty good to start with. Now we can move our trees accordingly. I don't know why I'm trying to zoom in and look. We can actually use the walk around town function. I'm actually stuck in the tree. There we go. So the idea is they'll come along and they can walk all the way down this path. It's like a little nature trail. We just need to move those trees a little bit. Then they can cross the road here, and that's where we'll begin our house building. Perfect. So we just want to move the trees a little bit so we can see the path. Move that one. And that one. And that one. We actually have room for a few more trees, so I'm going to put those in. Randomized, of course. Maybe a medium tree or two here as well. I just think that's a really cool extra little space that people can hang out at. And I should have turned movement on, because now we'll have to wait to see them wandering around. But We might catch someone in there at some point. I'm just having a very quick scan to see if there's anything else that takes my fancy. I think a couple of picnic baskets. And do you know what? I'm gonna put a little lamp on that bench. Just in case these lights don't come on, but I think they will. And I think we would do well to have signs in here. I think we'll have just one here. And one at the other entrance here. And I suppose a couple of benches wouldn't go amiss either. There. And here. And what I'd actually like to do here is open up the view for anyone that might come in and want to maybe have a picnic by the river. So we'll move some of these trees out, like so. There's actually a small space by the river now. I think we will sandify. I actually think that tree can come and live a bit further along the bank over here. Maybe that one too. Very nice. And now that I'm here, it would be extremely rude not to have a little section of reeds with I'm thinking maybe a circle-ish shape. And it's not giving me any of the other sized reed for some reason. There we go. Just wanted to put a couple in to break that up. Put random back on. And then you know we're gonna put some ducks in. We've got some moving ones, some stationary ones. And I suppose a couple of swans that swim around also. I have one over here and one just there. They're all swimming around having a lovely time. I would like to just cover some of this with some lilies. Ah, that duck swam over just where I wanted to put him. There we go. And I think that would be a nice little thing to sit here and view, especially from a bench. Perfect. That's really cool. Hopefully we'll see some people using them. We jump into town. Hopefully some of these guys are gonna go in there. Oh, they're all going in the Animal Rehoming Centre currently. Ah, there's somebody. Somebody's just walked through. We hope you enjoyed yourself. So this is nice. You can walk in here. You can have a sit down, have a picnic. Come to the water's edge here, feed the ducks. And then if you wanted, you can now follow the path all the way through here into what is going to be new housing. And that's kind of added an extra buffer for the farms, so it's not too built up. We were getting quite built up here, I think. So it'd be nice to have a little bit more breathing room just here. It has been some time since we've built some regular homes. It'd be nice to get back to it. And I think we'll have a nice cul de sac of homes just here. We'll just put them in a little circle here. This is going to be slightly unique in that we are going to give them a path behind. Make the path a little bigger. We'll have it go in a semicircle like so, catching all of the houses and obviously being upgraded like so. In fact, we don't actually need this bit of path just here, so spread that out. We have left enough room. While I am here, I think we'll build the path behind the houses also. So we're going to have this just come straight up here. And follow this natural slope right up here. Just thinking about future connections so that our businesses and stuff have as a good a reach as possible. And also, I'm making money faster than I can spend it, so we just need to spend some. Also, I've been called out in the comments for not using my research points as fastly as I could. So, apologies for that. I'm going to try and keep more on top of it. I straight away would like to increase the reach of the kiosk by doing the larger audiences upgrade, and hopefully this should give us a huge benefit to how far they can go. So you can see here that the reach of this kiosk, to be fair, is quite far. It does seem to reach all the way over here, but we're going to do the upgrade anyway. And you can see that that has actually caused a lot of our kiosks to not require as many workers, which is good news for us because we can repurpose them. That's a fun side effect of that, actually. I like that. In terms of farm points, do we have some we can use? We're maxed out, so what's this? Flower automation. Interesting. I'm not actually sure what that does. That's something, maybe we'll look at that in the next episode. We could unlock the pub in preparation of next time as well. And we can actually increase the amount of surface area that farmers have. But to start with, I'm going to unlock wool. She gives us a dressmaker as well. I'm reluctant to unlock new buildings at the moment, just because I don't want to forget that we have them. So I'd rather just go through and unlock all of the farms for now. And I guess we can increase the surface area of the farms. And then we'll let our farm points tick up again. Now when this reaches 900, I need you all in the comments to shout, "Grove Tender, spend your points." No, I will try and, I mean, you can do that if you like, but I will try and remember to check this as I'm building these houses. Because we don't want it to get out of hand. And I think we're going to have some nice hedgerows for these houses. And I think we're going to have hedgerow all the way up to this house, especially this side. There isn't much real estate we could use here, so I'm gonna make the executive decision of turning this into hedgerow for now. We can always dig up the hedgerows and put something else in there if we want to. But again, this is something that you would see all the time in the UK, in the countryside. We are really quite blessed in that there's just rolling fields for miles and miles and miles. And you hear a lot about there not being much room in the UK because it's so small, but visually that's not the case. You can go out into the wilds and really, you know, you just have hedgerows on either side of the road and fields for miles. I promise you. You should come and visit. If you're planning to see the world, definitely come here. I think it quite often gets overlooked. A lot of people think of you know, just London or some of the other major cities. And there really is an amazing world right on my doorstep. I specifically am in the southwest of the UK, so I benefit from the likes of basically being on the doorstep of Stonehenge. That's less than an hour away. There's some fantastic ancient caves within the same kind of time frame. The far southwest into Devon and Cornwall is very easy to get to, and there really is some amazing places. We have Exmoor, we have Dartmoor, we have Bodmin Moor, we have just loads of places. If you want some amazing countryside, this is the place. Just gonna fill out the boundaries of these houses like so. They're gonna be more, they're gonna have side, we're gonna imagine that they have doors that come into the side of the house. And that has just jogged my memory actually, that there are, you can put, is it the hay wagon? You can put something on the side of the house that makes a wheel. I'm sure of it. I was having a chat in the comments about it. Could be wrong. It's not that. It's something though. Oh, is it the wheelbarrow? It's the wheelbarrow. So that's a cool thing. And while I remember, I'm going to put it over on this barn, just as a reminder that it can be done. Perfect. Then we want, but the other place we're going to have a road actually is alongside this farm, going up the hill like so. And then we'll, I imagine this will be the area for whatever farms we build next, and into this area. And then we really have this back end reserved for our bourgeoisie residents, who we will get back to. Obviously, we sorted out their happiness last time, so they're everything's hunky-dory up there. Let's go back to in our hedgerow. Now that we have the path placed, we can actually get hedgerow all the way along here. That may come up again if I decide to put more houses in there. And it may be as well that we can we get hedgerow all along this fence? Because again, this is absolutely something you would see in the countryside. Farmers will mark out their farm territory with fencing initially, but there will also be a sound blocker of hedgerow as well, especially along bigger roads. So you'll often find fence and hedges, and I think that looks pretty cool. And I'm not against doing it here as well, possibly in the future. But for now, let's work on these gardens. I think we'll have a selection of small trees, sort of covering up the mountainside a bit. Ah, maybe a wood burning or a stack of wood. It's a shame you can't get them right up to the house. That's okay though, we're going to do this instead. We're going to put it on a slight diagonal. We're going to have a picnic table. And then I think we are going to put in some... Where's the flowery bush here? We're going to have some proper landscaping along the side here. There we go. Can't put any more in than that. That's okay. Let's move this one there. That one there. And then make a copy of that one to go there. Very good. Now I wonder if this house would have a large stone wall which would act as a I forget the name of it now, but it's to reinforce the boundary edge and stop the dirt from caving in into the garden, basically. A retaining wall, that's it. If that was you shouting it out loud or in your head just then while I was playing, thank you. I heard it. I heard it with the power of the mind. And this is going to act as a sound barrier for some of the traffic. Again, no cars in this game, but we're going to pretend that this would help block out some sound. Do we have room for a small pond here? Oh, we don't. It's a big area. Pond's actually humongous. Could we fit it in over here? We could get the smaller one in. I feel like they might have this in their garden. Won't let me place it anywhere. Ah, I didn't mean to do that. I'm going to try and have it. Why is it? Having awful trouble placing it. Okay. There. We're gonna make this edge house have a little bit more of a characterful garden, I think. Gonna be generous with the space. It's gonna go along the mountain here. There's again a retaining wall. It does mean we do have to alter our bush a little bit, but nothing tremendously life-changing. There we go. I don't think we have anything really that can act as a gate, which is a shame. We could put in a wooden arch, I suppose. But we are going to have to move the wall a little, just a little. When it does not like that. Just have to move things out of the way. And then move them back. That's how you get around it. Easy peasy. I'm going to have a small plaza path. Yeah, plaza path. Small plaza path coming in here. Acting as a... hopefully a path that will allow people to walk around this. And view it. And just enjoy it, really. Maybe a gazebo. Oh, there's a one has put the gazebo just here. It's just a little too big, is it? Oh, actually, that's okay. No, that's okay. That's perfect. With a couple of bar tables in here, like so. And I thought we had some chairs. The chairs are a lot smaller. We're gonna have to have regular tables. I wonder if we can unlock chairs for the bar tables at some point. That's okay. We'll have 2 of these with some chairs like so. That's really good. And I'll have a quick think about lighting. Obviously remembering that we can't put lights on the fence, unfortunately. So we'll put one here. And to be honest, that'll probably be enough. Maybe one right over the fish pond that they can turn off internally if they want. It's actually it's turned into a really nice oh, that's absolutely enormous. Is this a small rock? It's turned into like a sort of a nice little rockery, actually. Let's randomize these. Just see if I can fit any more in here. And that's kind of cool. This is really developed from what I originally intended to do. What is this? Is this some kind of like... is it broken path? I can just sort of... do that. So it's kind of like a stepping stone path towards the pagoda area. I guess we could make it stone as well. Oh yeah, I quite like that. I do like that. Try and just remove the stone that's leaked out from the corner there. That's turned into a really nice rockery that I hadn't planned at all. That's awesome. Now, I'm afraid for you other houses, you're not going to be quite as lucky as that. That was really a sort of a special, unique build that we did for that. But we'll do what we can for you as well. And I'm thinking we have a selection of tree stumps over here. And another wood and another wood store. Maybe just a wheelbarrow. Maybe this could be an area that's still under construction, and they're still clearing away some of the debris. A little planter station, perhaps. And another one there that's empty. Do you know what? That'll do in their garden. I think this one will have a dog. He's got his own little forest apartment. Very cool. And maybe a... Yes, birdhouse. I think it would be cool to have a well out front. Well. And we'll go for some classic trees on this corner. Just for a bit of extra sound and light pollution protection. I must remember to put mailboxes on these houses. I'd like them all to have mailboxes. This little bird there, look. Very cute. And of course, a mixture of potted plants on the windows. And then all it needs is some street lighting. And then I think, at least for this episode, this area will be done. 3 street lights there, one on the corner here, one on the edge here. I think that's all that needs. What we don't have is any residents, so let's move some in where we can. And they might have been happier, actually. We move that family there and put this family here because we have the plaza decorations just here. Don't think we're going to have anywhere for you guys. And we have 9 workers. We can replenish our market labour. They're happier. We've got smiley faces and sad faces popping up. But we have pretty much balanced the books with the exception of some artisans into our perfumer. Now, is there anywhere we could pinch some artisans? They're all regular townsfolk. I often pinch artisans from over here, so let's see what we can find. Regular townsfolk. Regular townsfolk. Ah. The artisans are all hiding here. There we go, we've done the old switcheroo. They'd like a goose, and they'd like any pet. So we could move this family in that would like any pet. Then we go over here and we... Oh, that's interesting. The cat and the dog almost have the same name. Debolt. We're going to assign you into this house and increase their happiness by 30% and gain ourselves some workers in the process. Now we need 8 artisans over here for the perfumer to be truly happy. So, once again, I am going to look for some artisans. Here we are. 1, 2, 3. Place you with regular folk. And we have 1, 2, and a spare artisan. And I've just realised I completely forgot about my research. Oh, I'm so sorry. If there's any of you watching and you've been screaming at me for the past 15 minutes, I'm so sorry. Let's quickly go into that, and I think farming, we're gonna leave for now. I'm gonna check out flower automation, and we'll come back to that at the end of next time. But I wanted to increase the luxury quality of clay for 900 points. I've again very sorry about that, but now we don't have enough points to buy anything here, so I can't get in trouble. The next thing we'll do is we've got a lot of buildings we haven't built at all yet, actually. So we need to think about where we're going to fit those in. I imagine most of this space is going to be filled up with bougie luxury buildings, which means we're going to need more bourgeoisie residents. That's all we have time for this episode. Let's go back in and try and get a nice picture of our Cul De Sac in photo mode. And maybe we'll try and get a picture of this rockery through the trees here. Can we, if I turn the aperture down as well, could we come right in here and get a picture? Oh, we could. A little bit of saturation on. Turn off the vignette. You can edit the picture after. It's just so I can say thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope it wasn't too stressful for my forgetfulness. Hopefully we can all just laugh about it and not get too annoyed at the grave tender. And yeah, if you haven't checked it out yet, I have released a specifically cozier and calmer and sleepy, help you relax kind of video on a new playlist. It's still Town to City, but it's an hour-long episode, and it's designed for you to hopefully fall asleep to. If you don't already fall asleep to these videos, of course, you can watch any of them and relax to any of them, but I've tried to tailor one specifically for that, and it's been, I think, quite well received, so I will continue that series as well. But do check it out if you haven't already. And other than that, I hope you have a lovely cozy rest of your day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Stay cozy, friends.